Okay, so in this deep dive, we're going to be uh, looking at something pretty interesting from the Wasi show.
Right.
And this idea that to be successful,
Mm-hmm.
you really need to be hyper-focused on your goals.
Yeah.
And that, like, chasing women or chasing relationships is actually
Yeah.
kind of a distraction from that.
Distraction, weakness, all that.
Totally, yeah, weakness.
Yeah.
And we've got the transcript here, so we're
Okay.
going to be looking at that really closely.
Yeah, should be interesting.
I think so.
Some spicy takes in there for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be good to, like, kind of break down, what they're saying.
Yeah, definitely. And just try to understand, like, what is it?
Yeah.
What is it they're actually arguing?
Exactly.
And what are the assumptions they're making
Yeah, exactly.
about success and ambition and all that?
Because they start right off the bat with this statement.
Yeah.
No successful man is chasing women.
Right. Out the gate.
Yeah. Only weak men are desperate for love and attention.
Whoa.
So,
Oh.
I mean,
It's a hot take.
it is a hot take, right?
It is a hot take for sure, but that's what makes this stuff fun to dig into.
Exactly. I mean, that's a pretty strong statement to come out with.
Yeah.
So what they're saying, like, right away,
Yeah.
it seems like they're defining a successful man as
Yeah.
someone who's, like, really focused on
Building an empire.
building an empire, their vision, legacy, all of that,
Like
right?
stay here. Yeah.
And they bring up people like Elon Musk,
Of course.
Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett,
The classics,
the usual suspects, right?
the Mount Rushmore of success
Totally,
in
yeah.
this framework.
And the idea is that these guys,
They're busy. Yeah.
they were too busy
They're all rockets.
building rockets,
Changing the world.
to worry about chasing after somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like their whole thing is,
Yeah.
every minute you spend chasing is a minute you're not spending,
Pursuing your dream.
building your whatever,
Okay,
whipping your vision.
So it's like that singular focus
Yeah,
is
laser focus.
laser focus. Yeah, that is the key.
That's the key to
Okay.
success. And they even say that, that's actually
Mhm.
what makes a man attractive.
Yeah, right.
It's like women respect ambition,
Confident.
purpose. Yeah, purpose.
Right.
It's not
Desperate.
desperation. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like neediness is like the antithesis of
Yeah, totally.
this successful man.
And so then they go on and talk about
Yes.
this idea of the weak man.
Yeah, the counterpoint. Yeah,
Yeah.
the other side of the coin.
Yeah, so it's like this guy who is
Yeah.
constantly seeking
Validate.
validation from women, right?
Yeah, always chasing,
Always
chasing love, chasing attention.
approval. Yeah.
Yeah, and the argument is that like
Yeah.
that comes from like a place of
Insecurity.
insecurity. Yeah,
Like needing that
yeah, needing that
externally
externalization.
instead of having it like internally.
Right, because you're not
Yeah.
finding that through your own achievements.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like you're looking for someone else to tell you you're worthy
exactly.
instead of like you knowing that yourself.
And they literally say, when a man chases women,
Yeah.
he's showing that he lacks purpose.
Big oof.
Yeah.
Big oof.
Like that's
Yeah, that's a tough one.
harsh.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I guess
it's the framework, right?
that's what they're saying.
That's what they're putting out
And
there.
that, women can sense
Yeah,
that desperation.
absolutely.
And it's just not attractive.
Not a good look.
Not a good look, no.
No, not at all.
So then they kind of go on to say, all right, well, what's the solution here?
Right.
What are you supposed to do?
What's the takeaway?
And what they say is
Stop chasing it. Stop chasing. Start building.
start building. Yeah.
Right. So like,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay,
Shift the focus.
shift the focus. Yeah.
Inward.
Inward. Yeah. Work on yourself.
Yeah, work on your goals.
Get fitness.
Fitness,
All
mindset,
of it. Yeah.
your finances.
Your finances. Get your life
because
together.
they're all squared away.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the idea is that
Well-
you will attract,
Naturally attract.
naturally, attract the right people
Yeah.
who respect you and admire you
Exactly
for all
who you are.
for who you are and what you've built.
For all the work you've put in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's an important part of it too. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just about attracting anyone, it's about attracting the right people.
Right. The people.
The people who are going to vibe with.
Yeah,
And
you're on
you
it.
know who you are now. It's
Exactly.
not who you were when you were chasing validation and attention.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's a big part of their argument is like
Okay.
the relationships you build
Yeah.
when you're coming from this place
Of strength and self-assurance.
are just,
way more
more fulfilling.
about fear.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're based on mutual respect.
Exactly. Not
And
desperation.
desperation. Right.
Right. So it's like,
So to sum up, what they're saying on the Wasi show
Hmm.
is that if you want to be successful
Yeah.
and you want to have good relationships,
Mm-hmm.
you really need to prioritize
Your own goals.
your own ambition.
Yeah, and your own journey,
I mean,
personal development.
Yeah, and like actively chasing romantic attention,
Yeah.
that's like a sign
It's a detour.
that you're off track.
Yeah, a distraction.
Yeah, and that you're not focused.
It's not focused on what truly
for
matters,
the things that really matter.
which is,
What?
according to them,
Yeah.
building yourself up.
Building yourself up and achieving your goals.
Exactly. So it's like this
Yeah.
whole idea that
Yeah.
maybe by focusing on yourself first,
Yeah.
the right relationships will kind of come
fall into place.
actually. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and it makes you think, like,
It does.
how does this apply to, like, your own life, right?
Absolutely.
Like, is there really this
Yeah.
conflict
Yeah.
between one and
ambition and
Yeah.
romantic connection?
Right.
Do you have to choose?
You have to choose.
Yeah. Can you have both?
Could it be that focusing on one
Yeah.
could actually, like,
Help the other.
make you better
Makes the other one even better.
in the other area of your life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think,
Yeah.
like, how do you even define success?
Right, because
That's subjective.
totally.
What
And, like,
kind of-
where do relationships fit into that?
Yeah, where do they fit in?
Like, is it...
Is it all about,
Yeah.
crushing it in your career,
Yeah.
making tons of money,
Yeah.
or is it
Or is there more to it?
more to it than that?
Is it about,
Yeah.
finding someone
Yeah.
to share your life with?
Yeah, finding love, finding connection,
Building a family?
right? All that stuff. How does that factor in?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's definitely
It's
something...
a
that
food for
people-
thought to think about, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Food for thought, for sure.
All right. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
I think we'll wrap it up there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Catch you next time.
See ya.